What is up, guys? I'm Perp the Derp, and today I'm going to be ranking cartoon characters I could beat in a fight. Now, I know this is very different content from usual. This is an April Fool's video coming out way after April Fool's, but that's part of the joke. And what better April Fool's video than when that's not even on April Fool's? That's when you really don't expect it. Now, I know this video is completely unoriginal and it's been done many times before, but I just fancied the idea of going through a list like this myself. Now, let me just say now, I have absolutely no delusions about my abilities to fight anyone. I have zero training, I'm very unathletic, I'm a skinny little guy, but I do know that not every cartoon character in existence was made equally, so I figured I would rank my chances, starting out with lights out, meaning I could absolutely whip this person or thing easy, no questions asked, it would be done with in a few minutes. Easy win means that I would probably still win. They would have a chance. I wouldn't completely curb stomp them, but I would still most likely win. 50-50, I don't know either way. It would be a tough call to make. That's a toughie, means that I could still beat them if I tried really hard, but most likely they would be the one coming out on top. Somebody call an ambulance means that I have no chance. They're just going to curb stomp me instantly, and I will need medical attention. Then we have, forget the ambulance, call a janitor. For those characters so incredibly powerful that there would be no saving me. You would just need to get a mop and a bucket. Okay, let's start off with Charlie Brown. This is just a small little kid with very top heavy. I don't think he would stand too much of a chance at all. Garfield, same. I mean, he's literally just a fat cat. I know he's like kind of strong and like he can kick Odie off the table, but at the end of the day, he's just a cat. I could totally take him. Leonardo, oh heck no, no chance at all. Even if he wasn't a master of karate, just his size and strength alone would be enough to tear me to pieces. But this guy is an absolute master of martial arts. There's no way I'm winning, and there's no way I'm winning. Optimus Prime, same boat, absolute same boat. I mean, this guy, he would literally run me over. He's an actual truck. His more difficult challenge would be beating me without instantly killing me, which normally Autobots don't have to worry about at all because they don't fight humans, because no human is dumb enough to even try. Like, they don't stand a chance. They don't pose any threat without like a rocket launcher or something like that. He-Man, I'm gonna put him in Somebody Call an Ambulance, because he's a pretty rough guy, but I haven't seen the show a whole bunch, but I feel like without his big sword and everything, he'd more just pummel me really fast. And I mean, he's a huge guy, so I don't stand a chance, but I don't think he'd beat me so badly that I just die instantly. Red guy, okay, I have no idea who this is. For the guys who I don't know, I'm just going off of face value, so I apologize if I insult your favorite character. If I don't know who they are, I'm just gonna go off of looks. He looks like, I mean, look at his shoulders. He looks like he's in the same vein as He-Man. Like, I don't really stand a chance. I don't know what his powers are, but yeah, that's definitely a big dude. Scrooge McDuck, I feel like I could definitely beat him. I mean, he's a duck for Pete's sake, but he's not like in the same vein of Charlie Brown or Garfield where I could just straight up instantly. He's pretty spry old duck. He can put up a fight. Homer Simpson, I don't know about that. I'd put that in 50-50. Like, doesn't really have any fighting abilities, and he's definitely not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's also, a grown man. Then again, he kind of goes evens with Bart, his own son, half the time, so I don't know. Peter Griffin, that would be a toughie for sure. He's a big dude, and he knows how to fight for sure. I don't think it's impossible for me to win that, but boy would I be having a hard time. I just don't feel comfortable putting Peter Griffin in the same tier as He-Man. That kid from South Park, I think his name's Cartman. I'm gonna put him in Lights Out. I mean, I'm surprised the kid can hold himself on his own 2 feet as it is. Mickey Mouse, same as Scrooge McDuck. Like, it would be an easy win, but I wouldn't steamroll him either. He's got some abilities. I don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts, but we're not gonna include that because Kingdom Hearts Mickey is a whole nother shebang. The dude from Futurama, I'm also putting that in 50-50. I think he's just a regular guy. Pretty sure his name's Fry. Yeah, he's just a regular dude, and he hasn't shown any fighting abilities in the past. Rick Sanchez. That's also a difficult one. I feel like he'd have the upper hand because of how smart he is, and just, like, he wouldn't obviously have any of his inventions to fight me with, and he's like just sort of a skinny old guy, but something about him, I feel like he'd do a good job. The dude from BoJack Horseman, I'm just gonna call him Will Arnett. I don't know. I'm gonna put him in Toughie because he's a horse, and I haven't seen the show like at all, but he's fairly jacked, you know. He wouldn't steamroll me, but I'd have a hard time beating that guy. Space Ghost. Which one do I put him in? Like, this guy, I'm gonna put him in College Janitor. Actually, College Janitor, because, yeah, like, he's on Superman level. Why don't I just put, yeah, these three right here. Not necessarily, they're not necessarily all equals, but they're all the same in that I would stand no chance. College Janitor for sure. Dexter, if he had any of his inventions, he would beat me instantly. Smart kid. In a fist-to-fist fight, no chance at all. I mean, I would have a harder time punching him. I'd probably just punt kick him. Johnny Bravo, that is a difficult one. Now, my first instinct is to stick him over here and somebody call an ambulance, because, I mean, the dude is huge. But at the same time, we regularly see him taking the L from, like, tiny women and tiny men and just tiny people in general. So I don't know. Then again, I don't know if we've ever seen him actually try to fight. Like, have we ever seen him just throw down and try to put the pound on somebody? I don't know. So, because he's so huge, but is kind of a wuss at the same time, I'm just gonna put it in 50-50, because I really don't know either way. Cow. Easy win. Cow is, like, not a tiny little pathetic thing, but pathetic nonetheless. Okay, Blossom, no chance. I mean, that's, like, the Powerpuff Girls power level is, like, on par with almost in Superman even. Bugs Bunny, I'd call that a toughie. In a fist-to-fist fight, I feel like I'd probably do pretty well, but, you know, you've seen Looney Tunes. He's got tricks up his sleeves. It's difficult. Even if we were just straight up, you know, in a boxing ring, no interference whatsoever, he's still pretty smart. He can pull some cartoon physics out of his butt or something. Ed, lights out. Nah, this kid's not a fighter. He can barely walk without beating himself up. Courage, I'd call that an easy win, because cartoon logic, he's got, you know, the super durability, the things he's been through and he's seen. That would be pretty tough, but he's not a fighter at all. He's just a little dog. I could, you know, kick him. Samurai Jack, yeah, even without a sword, that dude is tough. Literal Grim Reaper, I mean, he's actually death himself. So what am I gonna do to that? Number one, I'd call that a 50-50. He's pretty well trained. He's a good fighter. He's also a kid. So yeah, I really don't know. I feel like I'm probably being a bit too generous on myself there, because he's a good fighter. But without any weapons or anything, and if we're just duking it out, I feel like I'd have a pretty solid chance. Ahsoka, I'm not beating an actual Jedi, and yes, I know she doesn't call her a Jedi, but you know what I mean. Blue, he's a fast talker. He's kind of a smooth mover, but he is not a heavy hitter for sure. Neither is Laszlo. I mean, these two, I think I could do fairly solidly against them. I wouldn't win just instantly, but yeah, that'd be a toughie for them to overcome, you know, any normal human. I think I know who this kid is, and I'm pretty sure he's just a regular kid, so lights out. Ben 10. I'm going to assume he has the Omnitrix. Even without the Omnitrix, he still put up a pretty good fight, so he'd be somewhere around here, but with the Omnitrix, yeah, no chance. No chance. Popeye, I feel like, yeah, he's really strong. He'd knock me out instantly. Chowder, I don't know anything about Chowder, but I think he's just a regular kid as well. Just you know, more cartoon logic. Flapjack for sure. Can take him out. Finn, no way. That kid has fought monsters. He is a tough one for sure. I would be very, very lucky to beat him. He would basically have to let me win. I have no idea who this guy is, but he looks like just a regular teenager. I'm gonna take it as that, so I'll take that as a toughie, because he seems, I mean, it's hard to tell from just the face, but he seems fairly solidly built, the way his neck is going to his shoulders, and the fact that he's wearing goggles on his head, I don't know. I feel like assuming he doesn't have any superpowers, I could win, but that would be a tough win. Mordecai, he's a skinny little bird. Like, I understand, I'd call that 50-50, because he seems to be able to do what most, you know, humans his age seem to be able to do, but at the end of the day, he's a skinny little bird. Uncle Grandpa. I don't know anything about Uncle Grandpa, but all the fans tell me that he is unironically on universe-shattering levels of power. So, like, he could Thanos snap me out of existence, and I don't even know why. I have no idea who this is. I'm putting him there, because he's the first person I genuinely want to actually fight and bring the pain to. The dude from Total Drama, I'm putting that's a toughie, because, like, he's a big athletic guy, but I don't think at any point in the series does he actually fight anyone. Yeah. He's like kind of a coward, to be honest. So I might just overcome him by sheer power of will. But again, he's a pretty big dude. He's stacked. Robin, call an ambulance for sure. Trained fighter, very elite. No way I'm beating him. I mean, he's a kid, but especially this cartoon, he's just a kid. But dang, no way. Woody Woodpecker. He's like cartoon logic to the max. I would call that that's a toughie, because again, he's not a fighter for sure, but how are you supposed to beat Woody Woodpecker? That's just crazy. Jerry, I don't know about Jerry. See, here's the thing. How strong and durable he is in the cartoon varies so much. Like, sometimes he's just a regular mouse who would die to regular mouse things like a mousetrap, who has regular mouse strength. Then, on the other hand, you have the character who's lifting up giant mallets and frying pans, swinging Tom around like it's nothing, and, you know, it's surviving the most ridiculous of things. So I'm gonna stick that in 50-50. I guess it just depends on where the writers would want to put that fight and for his power level. If he's just a regular mouse like he is sometimes, I could just, you know, done. But then if he's as powerful as he is in some of the episodes, I don't stand a chance. He'd, you know, pull a giant mallet out of hammer space or something and then pound me. Gumball, he's a pretty athletic kid, but he's still kind of skinny and he's small. I could beat him. I wouldn't be steamrolling him, but yeah, it would be difficult. Fred Flintstone. Honestly, I can't tell where to put him, because he's not a fighter, but boy is he strong. Like, then again, yeah, he's not a fighter at all, not even at heart. He's not courageous, especially, but yeah, he's got the muscles. He's got those caveman muscles. I wouldn't stand a chance. George Jetson. I'd call that easy win, because he's honestly a pansy. Like, he's a grown man, but he is a pansy for sure. I think just if I got him angry enough, the only way for me to fight him wouldn't be, he would never agree to it. He would have to get angry enough to attack me. And then as soon as I started putting up resistance, he would just sort of crumble. So, easy win. Yogi Bear, that's a tough, he's an actual bear, but he's also a pansy. Like, he's not a fighter in any sense of the word. And I feel like that would be pretty, yeah, it would be difficult for me to overcome an actual bear, but then again, they've shown him in the cartoon next to actual bears, and he's tiny and pathetic compared to them. So I feel like he could beat me pretty well, but I would stand a very good chance of beating him. Scooby-Doo, that's difficult. He is a coward, but when he does stand up and fight, I mean, he's a big dog. He's a huge Dalmatian. I feel like that would be a toughie for sure. Felix the cat, I don't know anything about Felix the Cat. I'm putting him in the same vein as Mickey Mouse, because they're, from what I've seen in the cartoons, they have pretty similar abilities, so I could probably beat him. It'd be not too easy though. Oh. What's this guy's name? Static Shock. Yeah, call a janitor. He'd just electrocute me to death instantly. Steven Universe. I know absolutely nothing about Steven Universe. I'm sorry if I offend you, but from face value, he's a chubby little kid. So, I mean, come on. I'm sorry. This kid looks absolutely insane. I could beat him, but that's kind of terrifying. Doug. I mean, what do you expect? It's Doug. An actual baby. If I lose to an actual baby, or even struggle to win in a fight against an actual baby, I need to hand in every card I have, even the irrelevant ones. Ren. From Ren and Stimpy. What abilities? Nah, he's just a chihuahua. Like, he's kind of a crazy one. I feel like against any chihuahua, you can't win instantly. Like, it's a bit of a struggle, because it's a chihuahua. But I don't think Ren has any more abilities than that, so it would be an easy win. Rocco, again, I don't know anything. I think he's just a dog. He's kind of a small one at that, so be fairly easy to pound down on him. Arnold, for sure. He's a smart kid. He's absolutely a smart kid, but he's not a fighter. The one episode where he almost gets into a fight, he gets out of it by dancing. So I don't think he can get out of a fight with me by dancing. I don't even know. I recognize this. I don't know what show it's from. I'm gonna put that in Lights Out because it looks like just a little fur ball. Cat, for sure. Cat dog. I mean, is a cat dog. It doesn't even have the proper anatomy. It's very squashed and stretched, but yeah, I could pick that up, throw it around. It's a cat dog. What more do you expect? The girl from the Wild Thornberries. Lights Out. For sure not a fighter. SpongeBob. See, that's a toughie, because he's like the weakest person out of all of these, right? But then you can't beat him. So it'd be like an eternal... I'm gonna put that in 50-50, because it's an eternal stalemate. He can't beat you, but you can't beat him either. No matter how much force you apply to the SpongeBob, nothing happens. I mean, you saw that episode where Flats was trying to beat him up. I feel like, actually, I'll put that in That's a Toughie, because I would just keep beating on him until I collapse from exhaustion, just like Flats. Invader Zim, without any of his, like, doohickeys and gadgets, he's just a little guy, right? I don't know anything about Invader Zim, but I think he's just a little guy without any of his gadgets. Timmy Turner, without fairies? Nah, no way. I'm snapping this kid like a toothpick. I mean, come on. I don't know who this is. I'm also snapping him like, yes, toothpick. Call an ambulance for sure. Jenny, I'm not taking that on. Same with Danny Phantom. He's like got the ghost powers, laser eyes. I haven't seen the show, but dang. And oh my gosh, no, Aang, the actual Avatar. I'm not taking that on. Otis is a cow. He's not a fighter for sure. Like, the only time we ever really see him put on a fight is against those coyotes in the movies. And even then, he's just sort of swinging stuff around at random. He's a party dude. And he's a party dude at heart. I feel like in a fight, he would have the physical advantage being, you know, a cow. But he's not very sharp, and he's not very aggressive, I should say. So I feel like I would stand a chance of winning. But then again, he could probably just overpower me with his, you know, actual weight. Johnny Test, easy win. I mean, he's kind of older. I feel like he could put up a pretty good fight. He's got the squash and stretch cartoon logic to him as well, but no, without any gadgets or anything. This is a little girl. I don't know anything about this cartoon, but that's a little girl. Skipper, that would be a toughie, because at the end of the day, he's a little penguin, so you can just sort of pick him up and, you know, squish him or something, but he's got the insane karate skills, and we've seen him, like, put a grown man to sleep with one karate chop, so that's like the upper level of toughie. Almost had someone call an ambulance, but not quite there. Fanboy, Wait, is that Fanboy or Chum Chum? I don't remember. No, that's Fanboy for sure. He's just a kid. As much as he wants you to believe he's a superhero, nah, for sure. No way in heck. I'm snapping him like a twig. And this is as someone who is built like a twig. So if someone goes in here, you know they're absolutely pathetic because they honestly believe I could beat them. The dog from Tough Puppy, I don't remember what his name is, but if he doesn't have Kitty Catswell there to help him, I know he's a secret agent who has like fighting abilities, but he's also a coward and stupid. Yeah, I don't think it'd be that difficult, because he could pull out some, the fighting abilities he's shown to have. I'm bigger than him, and he just very rarely wins much of anything if it doesn't involve, winning by cartoon logic or having backup. Poe, nah, call an ambulance. Like, even before he became a fighter, he's just too big to overcome. And now he's an actual fighter who knows kung fu and like legit. That's no way. Korra, not even gonna discuss that. I mean, yeah. Self-explanatory for sure. The Rabbids, I'm assuming it's just one. They don't really have any powers. It wouldn't be that easy because they're like super durable and seem to survive anything, but they're not super strong or anything. And without weapons, I could just beat one to death. I have no idea what this is. Is it from that show Breadwinners with the ducks? I don't know. It's just a little duck, so I'm just gonna say I can... Dora. Oh my gosh. If I can't win... How old is Dora? Does anyone know? Like, I think she's like 8 years old or something. There's no way that at all that I'm winning. That I'm losing, sorry. No way I'm losing. Unless it's the version from the live action movie. That I would probably lose to. Diego, same vein. He's just a little kid. I'd feel bad, honestly. Blue, he's a little dog. He doesn't have any special abilities. Twilight Sparkle, call a janitor for sure. I mean, the power level right there is just insane. I mean, is there a single one from that show that I could beat? I don't think so. I mean, okay, maybe Fluttershy. I could probably beat a Fluttershy, but is there anyone else who isn't either a magic user, really strong, or an eldritch abomination? I don't know who that girl from the Proud Family is, but just a little girl. Kim Possible, call an ambulance. She's like an actual secret agent with kung fu powers and everything. Stitch, call a janitor. He could literally rip me into 2 pieces. Is that Chip or Dale? I don't remember. He's a tiny little chipmunk. I mean, sorry for that visual. I don't know who this guy is, but he's got a red hairband, so he's got to mean something. So I'll put that in that's a toughie. He looks like a big dude. Looks like a little dog. I'm gonna put that in easy win. I don't even know. I know this kid turns into a dragon, so I'm just gonna put that into an ambulance, because I'm not about to take on a dragon. Turtle. Lights out. Star. What are Star's powers? I know nothing about the show. What can she do? I'm gonna put that in call an ambulance, because from what I've seen, she's like really, really powerful. Phineas, I'll punch him in his pony little head, and I mean, what else are you gonna do? Milo Murphy. I've heard that he has like the worst luck in the universe, but the ability to avoid it at the same time, which just brings really bad luck down onto anyone else who happens to be nearby him. So I'll call an ambulance, because I'll probably just get hit with a falling piano or something like that. Dipper, I love you, Dipper. You're not standing a single chance. Same with Hero. I mean, I'll put that in an easy one because he's more of a teenager, but nah, he's just a little guy. Cricket, I know your grandma taught you kung fu and everything, but you're a tiny little guy who I would step on like an actual cricket. Rapunzel has like infinite healing powers, so I'll call that a toughie, since she's at the end of the day like she has fighting abilities and everything. I want to call it calling an ambulance though. It would just be really, really hard. Almost impossible. Okay, final two. We got Lincoln Loud, who, I mean, he's just a kid. He's got the yo-yo skills, and I feel like yo-yos would, I mean, it would be qualified as a weapon, so technically it would be disqualified. I would let him use a yo-yo, but I mean, easy win for sure. This girl, I have known nothing, like literally nothing about this show. I'm gonna put that, she's very athletic, for sure. And she's a superhero of some variety. I don't know what her powers are. So I'll put that in Tuffy. Just assuming that she's a normal, very athletic girl. Well guys, I actually had a lot of fun doing that. Make sure to put down in the below what you think I got wrong, what you think I could have mixed up a little bit. Obviously, I'm probably going to be far more generous with my own abilities to beat someone up than anyone else in the world. Well, if you like that, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything like this in the future, and comment down below what you want to see me play next, because I want to play the games you guys want to see me play. Thanks for coming, see you next time.